Hey, I swear to God, one of y'all right here keep pulling my shoe.
All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing out there? Now, I've told you guys this on a couple of my videos. If you have not heard me say this, listen up. I'm thinking about creating a segment called Hold That L. It will be a segment, a daily segment pretty much, in which when someone does something stupid or crazy in the culture, we give them an L together as Pharaohs, right? Thinking about creating that. I'm not 100% sure yet. But in the meantime, for today, I want y'all to give Mr. TALIAFERRO the L. Today, I'm holding that L. And the reason why I'm giving myself an L is because the last few days, we've talked about NBA Youngboy extensively, partially because not only did he lose a homeboy, right? We've seen his girlfriend talk about committing suicide, and they have a child on the way, allegedly. We've seen NBA Youngboy say he doesn't want to be here anymore. We've seen him say he thinks one of his friends is going to off him. We've talked about some music in which NBA Youngboy got very thorough and very in-depth. I actually saluted NBA Youngboy for being such a transparent person and telling us about some of the things he's going through in the music in an era where most people are just saying, I gotta protect this, I gotta protect that. NBA Youngboy is actually opening up to us and telling us what he's going through thoroughly, some of the pain that he's going through. I saluted Youngboy on that, specifically the new visual that he put up for a record called Drawing Symbols. Now, I ended all of what I said about NBA Youngboy by giving him the benefit of the doubt because he's an artist who's opened up so much to his fans and he's only 18 years old. I said, look, I'm not going to ignore any of the mistakes that NBA Youngboy has made, but I was once 18 and I make mistakes to this day, and I made them a few years ago when I was 18. I'm not going to condemn homie. And I want to give this dude an opportunity to understand the impact that he has on millions of fans. His music is one of the most streamed from a hip-hop artist in the world. He's one of the most streamed hip-hop artists in the world, right? And I said what I want to do is give NBA Youngboy a chance to perform his music, touch people, see the impact he has on people, and maybe he cherish his situation and his life a little bit more and move accordingly, right? Now, here is where I gotta hold that L. I said all that, and NBA Youngboy went on stage, and after apparently a fan, I was told it was a female fan or two, who probably just wanted a little bit of NBA Youngboy, a little bit more of him, happy to see him, paid for the ticket. Apparently they grabbed his shoe, and NBA Youngboy went completely off, and he did this.
Hey, I swear to God, one of y'all right here keep pulling my shoe. My shit come off, I'm gonna punch every last one of y'all shit. I'm gonna make y'all get y'all baby daddy. Hey, I'm gonna punch you that shit, and I'm gonna make you get your boyfriend, and I'm gonna pop him. How you wanna do it? I'm gonna pull my shoe off. Hey, play that red rope. Play that red rope.
Now here I am going to bat for Youngboy, saying, yo, just give him an opportunity to get in front of his fans and perform. And he goes off on his fans. You can't go off on the paying customer. You know, I know things happen at shows, and I want to be fair to NBA Youngboy. He did lose a chain at a show about a year or so ago, right? And he doesn't perform that often, and he's probably a little paranoid that somebody's going to snatch a chain off his neck or try to rob him or do something else to him. He did lose a chain or two in the past. I want to be fair to him in that regard, but you have to make sure security holds you down. If you're an artist who doesn't want to be touched, you can't play both sides of the fence. In that same concert, I did see NBA Youngboy hop into the crowd, whereas me as a fan, I'm pretty confused. 1 minute you're coming closer to me, which means I'm thinking you want me to touch you, and then the next minute you get mad when I touch your shoe. Now, I'm not advocating for any fan to touch somebody's shoe, but I'm just saying it's confusing as a fan. If you're on one of those first two rows, you're paying for that type of ticket, and you get mad at me for trying to touch you, and you coming my way at some part of your show. It makes absolutely no sense. Hopefully NBA Youngboy figures that part out about his set and his security, because he does have a big homie in Kevin Gates who did some time for not reacting the right way and doing some of the things that I previously talked about. I've covered 3 or 4 Kevin Gates shows. Every show that I've been to with Kevin Gates ends with him in the crowd, right? Now, he got mad at a female fan who apparently touched him in his private region. I'm not advocating for anybody to touch anyone in a private region who don't want it, especially an artist on stage who's in a compromised position, to be honest with you, performing, trying to give his fans the best show. Now, I will say this, as a fan, it is difficult when Gates is all in the crowd asking for this, asking for that from fans. And maybe this female fan thought it was okay. Maybe she thought she was going to become a member of the BWA team and really get to know Kevin Gates and drinking with the threesome for the nightcap that night. Apparently, Gates wasn't going for it and he kicked her in the face. I'm just saying, NBA Youngboy, I would hate for you to end up in that situation, because Gates, your homie, your big homie, better than anyone can tell you that not only did that kick in the face to a woman cost him his freedom, but it led to Kevin Gates' name being tied to an old arrest woman for a gun charge, which ended up taking his freedom from over a calendar year. So actually a year and some change. So I'm just saying, NBA Youngboy, you're on like strike 9. If I were you, I would just make sure that security tightens up, pull back from the fans, so you don't end up doing something crazy to a fan because they touched you inappropriately. Like I said, somebody came for Youngboy's chains in the past. I believe they got a hold of his chains. So I get the paranoid. Also, all the street shit that he's been through and all that he tells us in his music. I get all of that. Let's make it clear. But as a fan, I got to take up for the person, you know, that's buying that ticket. It is confusing sometimes as a fan when the artist gets close to you. We thinking you want more of us, right? That's, you know, it is what it is. Thank y'all for the time, love, and support. NBA Youngboy almost lost his freedom by doing something stupid. I mean, you're threatening fans. Damn, Youngboy, I'm trying to go to bat for you. You fucking up. Thank y'all for the time, love, and support. By the way, Youngboy did not end up putting his hands physically on the fan. He almost did. Somehow, some way, he went on with the show, finished it, and nothing else happened. Thank you for the time, love, and support. I don't take it for granted. You're in the NBA Youngboy music. We did a couple reactions to his music on my Mr. TALIAFERRO TV Instagram account. Please head over to that space. You'll get that content. If you're into reactions to music, don't want to do them on YouTube here. I want to do them on Instagram, and I'll even react to your music as well. Here comes the promo for that and more. I'm out. What up, Ferros? I decided to step my game up again. I've created a music reaction Instagram page. That way, you guys can be up to date on some of the latest new music in the atmosphere, and you guys can also send me some of your music as well, and you will get Mr. TALIAFERRO'S first reaction to your record, for good or for bad, or an artist that we talk about on my platform's music, for good or for bad. Again, follow me on Instagram, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. Again, that's Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, and you get more of yours truly.